Just in time. No, well, not, to be honest.
We've been robbed.
At gunpoint.
Not usually a problem, given our expertise.
They were many.
And murderous. We felt, under the circumstances, that we had little choice but to abandon the artifacts in question.
They are of the sort that should not be abandoned, or left in enemy hands.
At any cost. Aside from our lives, obviously.
Obviously. Please.
Advantage yours.
Monty!
I really do think I'm getting a touch old for this.
Like hell you are. They say you're only as old as you feel. And you feel... We have company. Arun Singh, my partner Montgomery de la Roche. We are from Oxford. Occult department.
Under the circumstances, that may be a redundancy, Aaron.
You taught me to always value precision, Monty. Even at the expense of economy. I take it you're not here for the scenery.
That's our territory. We have trodden carefully on this brittle ground, aware of any misstep that might unearth things that should remain buried. Not like those boorish Orochi thugs. We would have left a discovery of this magnitude undisturbed.
Well...
Largely undisturbed. Those jackboots barreled over us with no thought to the consequences.
This excavation, all of the constructions in the valley, they are only wall dressing. Markers. An antechamber to a second site, a massive complex, an entire city, sealed away.
Inside the mountains. Concealed from prying eyes.
And Google Earth.
Only now breached to a creeping, terrifying end. You've heard of the mummy's curse and such, no doubt. Poppycock. Pure rot. Yet some parts of the past were buried for a reason. Never to be unearthed. Not for greed, for science, even for academia.
What Monty means to say is, we are not going inside that place.
We are scholars, not... I fear that whatever is done to stem the tide, it will have little consequence when a tsunami awaits on the other side.
There is singing.
It's fading. That means something. anything when we were opening that door.
Don't blame the digging, blame the sword play. Monty,
Ah. Did you... Splendid.
late 18th dynasty.
References to the heretic king.
There,
The Sentinels.
the Sentinels. Monty,
We were right.
there was never any doubt. Never any doubt.
Whatever lies within the ruined city has been guarded by the 7 Sentinels and their song. Song is now fading, and according to this, if it does, when it does, the heretic king will rise again.
And his god, the lord of every land, will rise with him. We believe this to be a very bad thing.
A very bad thing indeed, my dear. I'm the hot young Turk. He's the stuffy old professor. No, wait a minute. The heat's getting to me.
You see how a wit like this is wasted at Oxford. Monty likes to think of himself as a dry old scholar, but you don't learn swordsmanship like that in fencing class.
I did, actually. Though I've had my scrapes with the Raman Uncanny. Considerably more of them since being paired with Dr. Singh here.
The only way to experience occult history is to go out there and get stuck into it, don't you agree? Dragon, Templars, Illuminati, whatever you are, no offense, you're very hands-on.
Aaron, like you, is of the new breed, the go-getters. I'm afraid I'm a holdover from the past, when the secret world stayed politely secret.
Monty, you know I hate it when you depress yourself.
My boy, we were fusty custodians then. We would deny the truth rather than have it contradict hundreds of years of utterly dreary research.
We were lucky to get funding for this expedition. Egyptology is a sore topic back at Lazarus College.
I have a feeling current events shan't endear us to the funding committee.
It's not just the money involved in paying off the kingdom. It's that the kingdom exists at all. What point is there spending months sifting through the detritus of the 19th dynasty if you can just take them out to a boozer and ask them face to face?
They do love to put us in our place. To recall the mummy Al-Fayed on the Rosetta Stone, an impressive effort, but totally wrong. As sweet as clotted cream, as crushing as a cave-in.
I tell you this much, Monty. If we survive this mess, there's a case to be made for major holes in the kingdom's recollection of history. I knew they were looking shifty, even for walking corpses.
It's true. The dash thing about unspeakable evils is how reticent people are to mention them.
We've been out here on site for a month or so now. It was a nice little retreat until the Palamilitary showed up.
Then came the earthquake.
The cult uprising, the ghouls, the giant insects, the sand demons.
The Reign of Fire, which, even being versed in occult catastrophes, I thought was a bit much.
So we're a little out of touch with global events. Don't tell us, though. I love surprises.
I expect we're in for a trying year. I don't mean to gossip, but there's already been trouble in Oxford. Information wants to be free. Isn't that the charmingly naive saying? Well, the kind of information Lazarus College owns is capable of making its own prison break.
Now they've closed off half the catacombs to stop it leaking out. I heard one grimoire made it as far as the hedge maze.
I shouldn't think it would be anything for you to concern yourself with, though. Oxford hasn't called upon the societies for aid since 1096.
Yes. How much trouble can postgraduate students, homunculi, and books bound in pickled skin be?
The hot young Turk and I have differing opinions on the so-called prophecy. Monument 6 does hint at certain scenarios, but there's no hard evidence of... Well, except for those looted glyphs Aaron claims to have seen in the forests of South America. The inscription apparently completed the Mayan prophecy and clarified the coming of Bolun Yokteku. An absolutely astonishing would-be discovery. But do remind us, Aaron, the reason you weren't able to adequately record or recover this fascinating monument. Mayan zombies, was it? And Tie, once the great royal wife, decreed her dyers to be set down at the Ankh. Are you getting all this, Aaron? Riveting stuff.
Is riveting really the word you're looking for, Monty?
At least take a rubbing, man.
Ah, hello again. We're getting in a little legwork while there's a break in the, murdering.
I don't know how au fait you are with the reign of Pharaoh Akhenaten.
Creator of the would-be capital, Amarna. Dedicated to his one god, Aten. It's out that way.
Yes, a very long way out there. Even on its rushed schedule, the city was never completed. It was a vanity project, subject to the whims of Akhenaten's growing megalomania. And our man was distracted.
By the demands of his Atenist religion. And the wiles of his mother, Tie the Red Queen. She colored her nails blood red, perhaps even dyed her hair. Upper-class ancient Egyptian women were millennia ahead of the glamour curve.
Think of a Lady Macbeth figure by way of Grace Jones.
Who?
Why did Tie, Akhenaten, and their divine cult start a new citadel in this empty place? What brought the Romans here, decades on? I venture the answers are still carved under sand.